Are you ready to mock?
Welcome to Rock of Love,
A weekly podcast providing commentary on VH1's golden age of celebrity reality dating shows. I'm Andy.
and I'm Ashley. Andy, will we be doing any research on these shows?
Almost none.
Will it be kid-friendly?
Fuck no.
Will it be bitchy and hilarious?
Absolutely.
Step into our playhouse and mock our world.
This is Rock of Love. Hey, Ashley, we're back.
Hello, Andy.
I want to give a shout out real quick. What's up, Ascension Tattoo in Orlando?
Are we going to do this every episode now?
I think we got to do it for each one of the places that's named.
Okay.
Why did we do that, Ashley?
Because last episode, when we did like a Where Are They Now for Brandy C from like 2011, she did a shout out.
For Ascension Tattoo in Orlando.
Yeah.
But all the girls got a shout out. So I think maybe we mix it up each week and
Okay.
we can give a...
Okay.
Yeah.
Except the person that gets eliminated in today's episode, episode 5, she did not have a Where Are They Now?
From
that's 2011.
Fine. I think we just do it for a random individual, not necessarily the person that gets eliminated.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
It's just an idea I had.
Yeah, I
Ash,
like it.
Ash, I'm going to queue up the video. What are we watching today? What did we watch?
We're not even gonna like talk about our personal lives at all.
Hey babe, what's new? How are you?
I'm like, we're just jumping into this.
Sorry.
Like we both admitted that this episode is a little boring.
It's a little slow. Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
I think I know why.
Okay.
I think it's because we've lost a lot of the interesting people.
Yeah.
We're down to 8 or 9 women.
They're knocking out the real crazies.
Yeah, the interesting folks, and so the drama is getting more chill. It's getting more serious.
Yeah.
Like people are not doing dick fart joke stuff. What's that sound?
Oh,
what's
I
that
don't
sound,
know.
Ash?
It looks like you're getting out your guitar.
Why would I be doing that?
Do you have a new intro song?
Maybe. This one I'm not going to over explain it. Can I just jump in? And then we can... Did you want to finish talking about why it's less drama?
No.
You're glaring at me like you're...
No.
Okay. Are you ready?
Glaring?
You gave me a hateful eye. Are you ready for this?
Always.
Hey! Show you things you've never seen. Touch my tiny balls and my micro peen. Hey! Don't start laughing. That's not fair. You've got a bulldog chomping a wad of hair downstairs. Please let me be your sissy boy.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I don't know. Go ahead.
Well, now you've done a cuck one and a micropeen one. Where is your head?
So like the show you things you've never seen. Micropeen. I feel
rhymes
like
so well.
Yeah, it was a natural.
Yeah. Don't ruin gherkins for me.
You don't see the leap?
No.
Okay, so we think it's gotten a little slow this episode. You agree?
Yeah.
We watched it separate.
That's why I wanted to talk about my personal life. I wanted to
Take it away.
Yeah. I want to give a shout out to Mike and Minda, my friends up in San Francisco. I went and visited them last week and stayed in their place with their really cute dogs, Bug and Baxter.
Shout out to the dogs.
Yeah. And San Francisco's a cool city. That was really fun. We went and saw like Incubus and Coheed and Cambria.
Jealous.
Yeah.
I mean, of both, honestly. I just love Coheed so much.
I know. They were both so good.
They're my
It was
dogs.
really fun. And then we kind of like wandered around the Mission, which is where they live, on one of the days. And we went into this cool like independent comic book zine store. So I wanted to give like a shout out to my favorite comic that I got there.
Here's the plugs. We got Ascension Tattoo. And what's the name of the comic? Stop.
Her name is Jen Woodall. And the comic's called Magical Beatdown.
Oh, yeah. You're naming the actual comic, not the comic store.
Oh,
No,
I
it's
should have
fine.
done that too.
No, it's all good.
Crap, I don't have it written
Babe,
down.
babe, look.
We'll do it next time because it was
These
the
are unpaid
cutest
ads you're giving.
store
and
that I've ever
We're
been
going to have
to.
a conversation about that afterwards.
I'm just saying, look her up. She's on Instagram at Funeral Beat. Okay, maybe we should get to the actual show.
I don't know. Like, is it very exciting? You know, okay, so they're getting uniforms. It's the morning after. Brandy M is still in the house and she got slammered and they're
super hungover.
and they're getting uniforms and obviously the uniforms are spread out on the leopard print pool table.
Of course.
And they're going to be playing football.
Yeah. So they split up into 2 teams. So the name of this episode is the first annual Bret's Mudbowl.
And why would you set up a sequel just in the name alone?
100%. I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, you're calling it the annual. So you're contemplating.
What if they actually called World War One World War One? It's like it implies that.
It's like, yeah, none of you bitches are gonna be around a year from now.
I'm gonna be doing this again in a year.
There's gonna be another mud bowl.
Let's fucking knock this out. Anyway, so
I'm glad
cool move, Bret.
I'm glad that we both looked at that title and we're like, what the actual?
So the teams are the Sweethearts and the Fallen Angels. Fallen Angels fucking scored as far as team names.
I know. That's kind of a cool team name.
What? Sweethearts?
Sweethearts. It's so I don't know.
It's dumb. It's a terrible team name,
yeah.
guys. Do you want to tell me who's on the...
Okay, so the Sweethearts are Magdalena, Brandy M, Jess, and Mia. And who's on the Fallen Angels?
Lacey, Heather, Aaron, Sam, and Heather hates her fucking team. She really does not like her team at all.
She calls Sam an emotional wreck.
Aaron obviously calls her circus hooters.
Yeah. But she's okay with Lacey. It's like, I think her and Lacey don't really like each other, but they know that they could strategize together.
Right.
It's like, all right, we're both kind of the
devil you know is safer than the devil you don't.
Yeah, they're
situation.
Similar in their strategizing. Yeah.
So they get to the field, right? They get shipped out in the field. They're in these nice new uniforms that they got, these white, shiny, pearly Adidas, and it's a mud bowl. It's not just a football game.
Yeah, and this field looks like intentionally flooded.
It is.
To be muddy.
It 100% is.
They couldn't have just played flag football. It had to be in mud.
It had to be mud.
Girls can get wet and start getting naked.
Let's be grateful that they didn't go and just say, fuck it, let's put them in bikinis and do this. You know,
I know.
like full mud wrestling.
They really did put them in uniforms.
They
tried, they tried to, I don't know what they tried to do.
Yeah. Now, if you were to bet on teams, who would you take?
Well, after I hear Jess roll up to this event, she's she's super into sports. She's
which hasn't come up before.
No, I never thought of her as a sporty person. No. But she's like, I'm gonna fuck some bitches up.
She says that.
I'm gonna some up.
Get hurt, tear them, break them, get them out of here.
Right now.
Yeah.
and it's pretty confident, and it's like, oh shit, okay.
So I would take the Sweethearts just based on that, because none of the other girls really look athletic, and Sam is I don't want to do this. There's mud and
home?
It's wet.
I attempted to tackle Magdalena, but ended up giving her a really big hug. So what's the prize for this event, Ashley?
Go whatever
ahead.
team wins, they get, the 3-4 of them, whatever, get a group date with Bret. And then there's going to be an MVP, which could be from either team, whether it's the winning or losing team, and that MVP gets a solo date.
It's the first solo date opportunity, if I'm not mistaken.
No, you're right, because they've all been double dates. Yeah, well, menage a dates.
Yeah, not double dates. Yeah. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
Menage a date. Such French.
Right.
But yeah, this is big now, right? It's finally you get a one-on-one date, and now Jess is suddenly motivated, and it could be just that she's fucking athletic.
Yeah, she gets the first touchdown. She's just I don't know. She's a beast. She's like really athletic. I didn't realize how like seriously athletic she is. She can like catch. She can run.
She outruns like fucking everybody.
Yeah.
Like she tears off down the sideline. Like she knows
what to
go to the
do.
sideline and get the fuck out of the middle. And it's like, dude, I'm impressed. It's very good. And then go ahead.
Well, she said she's gonna lay out Lacey's ass,
and she fucking does. Here it comes.
Does.
I'll get some audio of this. They edit in a crunch sound, but Lacey's ankle looks like Ashley's.
She wrecks her. Yeah. I think we did the same thing to our ankles.
Similar ankle incidents.
I think hers might be a little more extreme.
Yeah, no, it was gnarly, and she's off the field. So now the Sweethearts have to remove a player because Lacey's out for the Fallen Angels.
Lacey's
so
like
even teams
down. She's like moaning, and like the medics are coming.
Hey, you know what, Lacey? My kink is karma. And you get what
Chapel.
you get. Yeah. Get wrecked, nerd. So
yeah, but like you said, so because like Lacey's out, the other team has to
go
pick
down
a
a player.
person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so fucking Brandy M is so hammered that she's like, I volunteer.
Yeah.
I volunteer
like
to just kind of kick
hungover
it. And they play like all this like wacky like derp or derp music because it is just wacky TV. Like this isn't. It seems like a Nickelodeon show.
Yeah.
A little bit like a Double Dare situation or something.
Yeah, where they're like sliding through the slime and like.
Yeah, more than like an actual reality TV show. It's not terribly self-serious. So they're doing a lot to like really enhance it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We forgot. Jess wants to nail Lacey and is happy she nailed Lacey as payback for the pool incident in episode 1.
Right. Which, like, I don't blame her. That was so aggressive.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, all right, bitch, you want to, like, grab me and hurt me.
That was interesting.
But she, like, really fucks up Lacey.
She's bandaged. She can't walk.
Yeah.
They had a medic. It was pretty
and
gnarly,
Sam's
man.
delighted.
Yeah. So, Jess is, she seems to be the only person on the field that has any kind of athletic ability, and she also scores the second touchdown.
Yeah.
For her team.
She's pulling all the weight on her team, and then Heather points out that she's pulling all of the weight on the Fallen Angels.
And then she pulls her weight.
Yeah.
Like she truck rolls the entire Sweethearts team.
They make this like
yeah, like we've talked about how like broad and muscular fucking Heather is, and she literally is just like, none of you tiny women are able to take me down, so watch me do this thing. And
I was like dying laughing when they threw it. They like do it in slow-mo.
They do. They do.
Yeah.
I'll try and get a punch in there. I didn't write that down, but I'll try and get. And then like fucking Jess, she's making diving catches. She's bleeding. She's going just way too hard compared to everybody else. It's insane, dude.
It's kind of hot.
Here comes Heather. It's kind of ooh. Here comes Heather's. She's bowling over people, and she's losing her pants. She does eventually lose her trousers,
which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, she just ends up running it in her little underpants.
But like with her pants half down.
Yeah.
So like half of the run is like
wacky television.
Yeah.
It's like silly, just like it just feels like TV from another era. It's so bonkers. There's that sliding catch by Jess. Way to go, gosh!
Girl. And so it's basically down to like it's either going to be Jess or Heather that are the MVP.
It's totally clear.
Yeah.
And it's tied 2-2. Heather got a touchdown twice, and Jess got 2 touchdowns, I think, also, right?
I think so.
No, Sam might have caught one in the end zone.
Oh, crap.
I don't know. Well, here goes Heather.
I don't think Sam caught anything.
I thought she might have caught
pants
one.
Are down.
Yep, there's Heather. There goes Heather's pants. And it just zooms in on the men going, oh, and
she recovers a ball. Yeah, the men are like all about this. They're like, finally, this is like why we have the mud here.
So Bret is the quarterback for both teams. I don't think we mentioned that. And then so he brought in Rodney Scott, who's an All-American college football player, to be the coach for the defense. I don't know. He just gets to say like, I want to see your heart in it, and then he disappears for the rest of the fucking
I don't
game.
really like know what he does.
It's kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
I wish Rodney Scott was more shown.
Yeah.
But I guess here we go, Rodney. You see the ball in the air, try to intercept it and go for the touch. Pick six. Yes, Rodney. These women know what to do.
Hard-hitting coaching.
I don't know, man. And it seems like.
I mean, what else is he supposed to say? Like literally, they might not know that. To be honest,
it's true.
Get the ball, run, get it in the end zone.
You see that one? That's yours. You go that way into that one. That one, theirs. Okay, don't go that one.
I feel like if I was playing on one of these teams, I would like run it into the wrong end zone.
Magdalena almost did at the start. So Jess fucking jukes Heather. It's one-on-one Heather versus Jess, and Jess jukes her, gets behind her. Bret throws the deep bomb, and Jess locks it up for the Sweethearts. 3-2.
Yeah.
They're not counting by sevens, which is an interesting choice.
Well, they're not doing field goals.
Rather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Yeah. So the Sweethearts win.
Yeah. And I think this is a pivotal moment in the show. Because, this is our first solo date.
Yeah.
This is where Jess, who will stay on this show for a while, finally gets to develop a connection.
Yeah, because they haven't really talked at all.
At all.
She just keeps making it through because she's pretty.
Is she pretty?
Yeah. But finally they're going to have a solo date. And he's passing out Letterman's jackets to her. And she gets a big plastic trophy, which it reminded me of this joke. Do you remember Dimitri Martin?
Of course.
Do you remember his joke that's I used to play sports. Then I realized you can buy trophies. Now I'm good at everything.
I forgot that.
I'm looking at this cheap plastic trophy and I'm like, anyone could go to the store and get that. But they won it fair and square.
Yeah, they did. Oh, man. And Heather's super butthurt. She tried so hard. She wanted that one-on-one date so bad.
I know. She was actually pissed.
Yeah. And then Brandy gets to come say that we are some broken bitches.
Yeah.
We're a bunch of broken bitches.
They're all freaking hobbling into the house.
Yeah.
Hobbling. Lacey's got her ankle up.
Heather's pantsless.
Shaking, getting out of the car.
Yeah. They went hard.
Went hard.
It's what's interesting, and I want to get a drop in here at some point. They start, we got Brandy in there, we got Mia in there, we got Jess in there, and the more I hear them talk, now that it's fewer girls, we're hearing them talk more. Jess just said frazzled.
And I'm frazzled.
That's the way she said it.
The fucking Philly comes out in everybody's voice so much harder.
You think she's Philly?
She's Pennsylvania.
Okay.
It's gotta be some.
I
frazzled. And I'm just you all are just so Philly.
I know.
It kills.
She's getting ready for the solo date and she looks stunning.
Oh.
Yeah.
You think?
I think. Yeah.
She always looks great.
Yeah.
So.
She has this really cool silver necklace that she wears in all the interviews or whatever, but she's also wearing it tonight.
Oh, she is. Yeah, you're right. Yeah. And she's got a little black dress.
I know.
Yeah.
Little sexy black dress.
And Bret isn't there. Big John escorts her to the limo solo.
Yeah.
And she's driving out and getting escorted
Which is
somewhere.
Okay, but it's also a little awkward.
It is a little bit.
Why am I getting into the limo alone?
Yeah. Why can't I hang out with Bret?
Where is my date?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're also seeing that Erin is calling into her work. She works at a restaurant as a server, if you didn't know that. And evidently a famous musician is coming into the restaurant.
The guy that sings "Bringing Sexy Back." That's what her boss says.
That's what her manager says. What a fucking boomer way to say that shit.
The guy who sings "Bringing Sexy Back" is going to come in.
So you mean Justin fucking Timberlake?
Erin's kind of bummed that she's not there, and I'm not gonna lie, I don't blame her.
Yeah, way cooler than Bret Michaels.
Yeah, waiting on Justin Timberlake would be way cooler than getting with Bret Michaels.
It'd be a lot cooler. Yeah.
Even after the DUI.
I was about to say, he's got some drugs on him. He might share with you.
I know.
He had so many drugs.
He's a good time.
Until he gets behind the wheel.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah. PSA, don't do that, guys.
Don't do it.
Don't do it.
I mean, it should go without saying, but
It might ruin the tour.
we don't know our audience. We're shouting out Orlando. Chances are you guys are like, alcohol makes me love driving.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding, Orlando. We love you.
Yeah, back it up.
Okay, so now the date that they're on, that Jess and Bret go on, there's like sexy sex music playing in the background of, not like actually in the scene,
Wait,
but like the producers.
Oh, maybe this is happening right now, but Heather decides that after she hears about like the Aaron JT thing, first of all, she calls her a star fuck. Aaron a star fucker.
Disorganized.
And then she says she's going to write this letter.
Yes.
About all the girls in the house, particularly Aaron, but apparently she's going to write something about everyone.
Everybody.
Exposing all of them for Bret. So anyway, that's happening.
That's happening in the background.
While this solo date is starting.
And so she's pulling up to a place called The Joint. There's a single table, a stage with a guitar, some sexy music that the producers have put in here.
She's sitting alone.
And then, God damn it, Bret plays a song that he wrote, and he didn't write it for her. It's just a song that he wrote.
Can we talk about how awkward this is?
It's fucking weird.
It's fucking weird.
And what's the song about, Ashley?
I don't even know. I know that it's another
about a proposal.
It's another shitty Bret song.
It's a very bad song. He's trying to get her to drop her guard.
Yeah.
The song is called All I Ever Needed, which, hey, by the way, everybody, it's in G. If you ever wonder what song Bret's playing, he's playing a G, a C, and a D.
Well,
what's over and over.
Particularly awkward about it is that, like, he should have, like, been in the limo with her and taken her to dinner then just gotten up on stage. Instead, he makes her, like, go alone, sit like she's an audience member, and then he just comes out on the stage and starts playing to her sitting alone. It's, like, super, it just goes to, like put a spotlight on his narcissism.
And then they raven him. Wasn't the girl that got kicked off, the black woman that got kicked off, well, her name was Raven.
Yeah,
right?
her name. Yeah. Well, there was Dallas and Raven.
So the fucking editors give Bret the Raven treatment because after his song, he sits down and just gets expository for what seems like half an hour.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, he keeps talking
about himself.
And yeah, I actually wrote down like Bret just never stops talking.
And Jess doesn't say a fucking word.
Yeah, she's just like staring at him longingly, and I'm like wondering why, because it seems like she is starting to like let her guard down and she's into him, and I'm like, why, girl?
He's just fucking mansplaining his life to you.
Yeah,
he's not dressed up nearly as nice as you.
Yeah, and she's basically saying like, every man that I've ever been with has cheated. My last boyfriend cheated on me with my best friend.
Yep. I don't know if I've ever been in love before.
Real trust issues. So she, like, just like Sam, they both have serious trust issues. And this mother effer is trying to get them to let their guard down.
Yeah.
So he can cheat on them.
Yeah. And then they start playing.
It's real messed up, I think.
Then they play the full studio version of the song that Bret was playing on stage.
Oh, God.
It's such cornball shit. It's such a Milady core song. Like, it's just.
And he even says this thing. He says, what I do know how to do is music. And I'm like, no. He writes
soft simp rock by dudes, but he is also a dude who legitimately doesn't think women are people. You know, it's so wild to write such like soft rock that's trying to get you laid, and then to also be like, but also I hope you don't mind that I'm going to be fucking around right in front of your eyeballs.
Yep. You're a real sweetheart, bud.
Oh, Lord. Okay, so
they have this like really long kiss that honestly, like the further the show goes on and the more like ladies he makes out with, the more and more like grossed out I get every time.
He leads with the tongue. Okay, so he got Heather's letter.
Yeah.
And he is not happy.
Yeah, did she leave it in his room?
Yes.
Okay, slid it under his door. He gets home and he's all like steamy, and at first you think he's going to be pissed at Heather. Mm-hmm. Like, why are you writing this letter? But he, like I said before, he falls for their shit every time. Yeah, he's like so one of the main things that she wrote about was the Aaron JT situation, and he's like super pissed about it.
Don't make Bret feel like he has to compete with Justin Timberlake. Nobody feels good competing with Justin Timberlake. I don't care what level of musician or human you are.
Yeah.
It makes you feel less than.
He gets pretty insecure about it. He's like, she's acting like she's trapped here and she can't get to Justin Timberlake.
Yeah.
And it's like, boy, she is.
Yeah. You kind of nailed it.
Yeah.
You figured it out, my
You
guy.
have figured it out.
And then he tells Heather that he believes her, and then he just confides a lot. He starts like just sharing his thoughts about everybody and everything and about the show. And I'm just like, whoa, I don't know if he really has shared like that with anybody.
It
like
almost
having girl
feels like
talk.
friend zone.
It totally does. It's girl talk.
Yeah, it's like Heather is getting she's into it because it's like attention, but I'm like, it feels like you're getting friend zoned because he's talking to her like a girlfriend.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like all these girls are just like not here for the right reasons. And he starts just like getting into a lot of stuff.
There's just so much about the Heather and Bret relationship that seems to suggest that they were friends before she came on the show.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they were, but it's just every
that is a
scene
strong possibility.
gives that energy, right?
Yeah.
You know, like, were they just fuck buddies before the show? And she's like,
was she
hey,
like a
help me get
super
famous.
fan that was like around?
He was in Vegas and he met a stripper and he's like, you know what? We're friends and fuck buddies. Why don't you come on my show and you can make a quick, 80 G's or whatever
I would
you
not
get
put it
paid.
past
Oh,
anyone.
totally.
Because I don't know if this is true at all, but I heard rumors recently that like that Jess was specifically like recruited for this show, that she was already in a relationship at the time.
Oh.
And that it was really just almost like a casting thing.
Oh.
I don't know if it's true
Are
at all.
you telling me that reality TV might be more scripted than we
What?
thought?
What?
This is shocking.
Shocking information.
If our friend Aaron ever listened to this show, which he can't listen to podcasts, he would be screaming at
He would.
his radio right now. So Magdalena, Brandy, and Mia, the other sweethearts team, they
get
going
a date.
on a date.
Yeah.
Where are they going, Ashley?
Where do they go
They
again?
go to a shooting range.
Oh yeah. They shoot guns.
And it just really, I Pennsylvania girls, they're like, yeah, I love guns.
Yeah.
Like everybody's
Yeah.
like, I fucking love to shoot.
Well, and did you notice, like, in the limo ride, he starts bitching about the other girls in the house to them, too.
Yeah.
He's getting, like, real chummy with everyone about just, like, shit-talking others in the house. He's all worried about Aaron now.
But it's also like, this is your date, and you're talking about the other girls on your date.
Yeah.
And it's like...
It's kind of weird. And so one of the things he
it's
says...
like going on a date and talking about your ex the whole time.
Yeah, he's like, Aaron's really, but this whole Justin Timberlake thing is bugging me. He's telling all these girls. And he's like, it feels like I'm just going to be another notch on her bedpost.
And what is he?
I'm the notcher.
And it turns out that I was about to be a notch on Aaron's bedpost. I'm a notcher. I make the notches,
not Aaron. That's
Some
what
Walter White level fucking bullshit.
Yeah, totally. I am the one who knocks. I am the one who notches. So that's good.
It's so dumb. Like, and
I'm a notcher.
Also, by the way, in the background while this is happening, Lacey and Heather are hanging out with Aaron, just like prompting her to say dumb shit.
They're being so shady. They're like pretending like they're doing girl talk with her by the pool. They're all like laying by the pool and hanging out.
And just going like, I usually like guys that are like this. And they're getting Aaron to say like, yeah, I usually date more athletic dudes.
Yeah, they're almost kind of like leading her to say just anything that they can use against her and just go run to Bret and say, yeah.
Anyway, so that's happening. But the girls are shooting. Mia is not very good.
She's never held a gun before.
Brandy manages to get one hit.
And she's like into it. Even though she's not that great, Brandy M's like, this feels good.
I need to get this aggression out. I hate everybody. Yeah. Magdalena is like 10 for 10.
It's kind of incredible. They do this whole like super cut of her being a Polish spy and like from like all these different camera angles.
It's a compelling theory.
It is.
Because that was amazing shooting.
And she goes, I'll kill somebody, maybe by chance. She's like, I don't know what I'm doing. I'll kill somebody. But she does know what she's doing.
She does.
Yeah.
So what the fuck? Who are you? Who are you, Magdalena? And then they go to the restaurant, this lodge.
With like moose head.
It's cinder block walls.
All the animal
taxidermy
noises.
Fucking everywhere.
Yeah, it's like Ace Ventura, like the second one when he walks into that room with all the animal heads.
This is the date This is the rest of the date. This is a boomer wet dream date.
Yeah.
They're drinking beer out of
like,
giant steins.
Like warm looking Coors Light, and they have like baked potatoes.
They have the cheapest plates you've ever seen. They got like the house salad that you can just get at, Food for Less.
What kind of place to eat is at a gun range? It's not, it just kind of is what it is.
Again, boomer wet dream. This is not like what these ladies want to do for a date. They're young, they're hip, they're
I also noticed during this conversation now Bret starts talking shit about Heather.
Yes.
Right? So
and her history.
He actually says at in the back and forth with Brandy M, he's like, well, she is a whore, referring to Heather.
Oh, damn.
Yeah. Did you catch that?
No.
I was like, oh. And then he goes, then he asks Brandy M, does she fuck people for money? Heather.
Straight up.
He's just straight up asking.
Well, because he's like, is she just a star fucker? Because he finds out that she was on the Surreal Life.
Right.
Trying to fuck Vanilla Ice.
Which I kind of forgot that the Surreal Life was before this. Okay.
I think it might have been a couple seasons of Surreal Life before this. I could be mistaken.
Yeah, but I don't remember how. I watched that show, and maybe it's just because she was an unknown at the time. But I'm like, I don't remember Heather being on that show. Or
let's put a pin in that and let's revisit it next episode. Let's maybe just watch Vanilla Ice Heather.
Yeah.
But
what actually happened?
Yeah, how hard was she throwing herself at the Iceman?
At Vanilla Ice.
At Robert.
By the way, one of the worst concerts I've ever been to.
I'm embarrassed that you admitted that you went.
Well, there's this thing in San Diego where we live. It's called Taco Fest, and it happens every year, at Waterfront Park. Yeah. It's actually a fun event. It's all these booths with taco and tequilas and tacos.
No. You see, when it's foreign, it's singular.
It's taco. But anyway, so he was the headliner at Taco Fest.
Gross.
So it's not we got tickets to go see
Vanilla Ice. You went to go eat tacos and drink tequila.
Yeah, and it was pretty awful. He got 700 people up on stage to jump around and sing his 2 songs, which are Ice Ice Baby and then the Turtle
and Go Ninja Go Ninja.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh my God.
Yeah. So anyway,
Heather and Lacey are talking shit about Aaron, and Aaron hears them and walks in to kind of illustrate that she hears them, and then does nothing about it.
Well, yeah, when you can you hear people talking and you can sense they're talking about me. That is, I've had that experience, and you kind of what, and you put your ear up to the room, and you're like, oh my God.
But she walks in.
Yeah.
She makes eye contact.
I think she heard it from a distance first and kind of wandered in, and then they stopped talking.
Yeah.
And it's very obvious.
Totally.
Yeah.
And but she doesn't have the sack to say hey, what the fuck?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. And now Brandy M Bret has told Brandy M that Heather wrote a letter about all the girls. So they're all also confronting
Heather right now.
What did you write about me? And Heather will not answer.
She's trying to defend the letter and nobody's buying it.
Yeah. She's it was all about me. And Brandy M's if it's all about her, what is she writing? Stripper diaries?
And Bret during this time is singing alone in his room. The song, it's in G, in case you were wondering. And so,
in case you were trying to guess.
So Brandy is actually trying to play a little bit of the Lacey role, and she's pitting Heather and Aaron against each other after finding out about the Justin Timberlake conversations happening in the house. And Heather is straight up tells Aaron to her face, "You're not into Bret. You're not here for Bret. Go home. You aren't here for him.
Yeah,
stop pretending you like this man."
Yeah. They get after it.
And Brandy's I did it. I'm winning.
Yeah. Yeah. She stirred the pot and it worked. She was like, you guys go fight. And, let's see what fallout happens from that. And I'm just going to sit back here and watch, which is very Lacey. Mm-hmm. And I'm kind of appreciating that Brandy M is just taking a moment.
She's I can do that too.
Yeah.
It's not just one person's little game, devious plan. And now Lacey is in Bret's room where he was playing his song by himself. And Bret is still just so worked up.
About Heather and Aaron. In particular.
Yeah.
And then, he basically says it's about Aaron too, but he's starting to get more worked up about Heather You know, like, I don't know if I can trust her. Is she also a star fucker?
Yeah.
They're both
he
star
says
fuckers.
He says star fucker a couple times. And he's like, oh gosh. And it's like, hey, Bret, you're not really a star. Like it took one season of this episode for you to get anywhere back into a limelight. No.
I know. It's so sad.
So then Erin is like hearing all this stuff about how she's now finding out that everybody's talking about the Justin Timberlake thing, that Bret knows about the Justin Timberlake thing.
I think she didn't even like consider that would be an issue, that like that she would talk to her manager and JT is coming in, and who wouldn't be excited? Like that's cool news to get.
That's a cool time.
Yeah.
And
but
so
she
she's
didn't
like,
expect
fuck.
people to like use it against her.
Yeah. So Lacey and Bret are talking. She's griping with Bret. Bret's hearing all the dirt. And at a certain point, Erin goes back to talk to Bret while he's talking to Lacey.
Yeah.
And Bret is, how would you describe his reaction to Erin coming up
over
to the
it?
door? Totally.
Yeah.
He doesn't invite her in.
Yeah.
To like chat with Lacey and me about this.
He's like, all these chicks are like bugging me, and they each like want to come have these personal conversations.
But
with
he's
me.
having a personal conversation with Lacey.
Yeah.
He does not care to with Erin.
That's true.
He doesn't invite her in.
Yeah.
He like looks away and looks like he's not even listening to what she's trying to say to him.
He's officially over it.
He is checked the fuck out. He's like, he made up his mind in that moment.
Yeah.
You know?
I think you're right. Yeah.
And so, yeah, it was like, I just look at his face in that scene and I'm like,
I took it as
done.
like he was just tired, and then it wasn't directed at her as much. But yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah.
I think he like that story really rubbed him the wrong way.
Yeah. Nobody feels good being compared to JT. Okay. So now it's elimination.
It is elimination.
And we're only eliminating one person now. We're down to so few women.
Yeah, it went from like 4 or 5 at the beginning to like for a while it was 2 for each elimination, and now it's just one person.
Yeah.
Because we're down to 8 girls.
Yes.
So we're getting like closer and closer.
And that
to the
again
end.
might be why this episode just felt a little slower.
Yeah.
We're missing our rodeos. We're missing our Dallases.
Yeah.
We're missing our other girls.
Those might be the only ones.
Brandy C was a mess too.
Yeah.
She was a fun.
She made it entertaining. Yeah.
Producers had a lot of fun with her.
Yeah.
Ashley.
Oh, it's our favorite. It's our favorite segment.
Do you like a girl with a short skirt and a
long jacket?
And a long jacket. It's Long Jacket. It's the segment of the podcast where we discuss Bret Michaels' fashion choices during the elimination segment of Rock of Love. Ashley, what do we got?
Ooh, baby. He is wearing a sleek tan trench coat. Leather. It's leather.
It looks
it's
pleather.
A tan.
You think it's leather? It looks pleather.
It is a bit shiny.
It's way shiny.
And it has like big 70s style stitching on it, and then like some weird embroidery.
Some real good subtle elegance to it. Like a giant fucking dragon embroidered on the back.
Oh, there's studs too.
Yes.
There's studs around the dragon.
What the fuck? This segment is so good for me. I don't know if any of you listeners love this segment. I love it because it is just the most what the fuck part of the episode for me.
It's the only part of this podcast that I wish we could make visual.
Honestly.
We're trying to verbally help you visualize this appalling outfit.
And there's so many layers. Like it's like Bret was like, I know what fashion is. It's a graphic tee with a fucking animal print collared shirt.
Yeah.
With a fucking knee-length leather jacket with an embroidered dragon.
Yeah.
It is
with like bell-bottomy jeans.
It's intensely Johnny Depp. Like the necklace, the earrings, the bandana. I'm
even
getting Sauvage by Christian Dior or whoever the fuck made that set.
Oh my god, Sauvage.
Maybe Lacey's gonna poop on his pillow.
I feel like she would do that kind of thing.
Yeah, she's a pooper.
Did you know, like, the whole internet has turned to being on Amber Heard's side now?
No.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
or at least the internet parts that I've seen.
I'm not shocked. They were both horrible.
I know.
It was
During
just a
the
matter of
trial, it
time.
was like everyone was on, on
Yeah,
Johnny
Johnny
Depp's
Depp's,
set. Yeah. And now it's like they're all realizing like, okay, maybe there was a little something to what she was saying.
Yeah, no, there definitely was. He's not a great person.
Yeah.
So this now. Okay. Anything else about Bret's fashion before I?
Just like the bandana.
It's bad.
Is very like bohemian this time. It's like blue. I don't know.
And it's like he folds it so that it's like an 8-inch wide wrap.
It's really, really thick.
Yeah, it's something that like, I don't know. It's very Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
Like people with hair shouldn't be wearing the bandana like this, you know?
It's rude. It's an affront.
It's stolen valor from cancer patients.
Oh my God. Okay, no, he's giving out passes.
Yeah, and you know why I'm not talking about it? Because this is what I wanted to get into. So slow.
I know.
They
drag it out.
Every single person coming down, Bret saying, will you continue to stay in this house? Every single person. It's like a minute per person.
And we already knew going into this elimination that it was between Heather
and Aaron.
Like he made that really clear.
Yeah.
Yes. And then they just drag it out further, like one by one.
Because this episode was a little dull.
It was.
Yeah. And I think that's like, as I'm like watching it, especially watching it a second time with you today, I was like, this is so drawn out.
Yeah.
They were just we got time, guys. Anything good.
And they're really trying to like play up the romance side of things too, which like is kind of boring because we all know there's like not a real romance happening. But it's like they really spent some time on like Jess and Bret's connection.
Yes.
And like, I don't know, they're getting deep together now and she's letting down her guard and it's like jerk off motion.
Yeah. And then again, second episode in a row that we're pretending that Heather's on the chopping block.
Right.
No.
Right.
No suspense.
Even though he didn't like the Vanilla Ice news, it's like he's not going to get rid of her.
No.
She's like his bestie at this point.
100%. You watch the way they talk. You watch how they connect. It is just so comfortable.
Yeah.
And like, familiar.
Yeah. Yeah. So she gets the last pass, which means Aaron's gone.
Her tour ends here.
She's like obviously kind of annoyed about it. And she goes out with a bang, you know.
She does.
She's like, you know, I could be with a lot better stars than Bret Michaels.
I have been. I will be. I got a bunch of dudes waiting for me in Chicago.
She does not care.
And in that moment, she definitely gives off a starfucker impression.
A little bit.
It's okay, if we were unsure to begin with, you kind of just
now we know
sealed your tomb here.
Yeah.
Ashley, are you doing a eulogy for our departed Aaron?
You do a eulogy.
Okay.
And then I did do a little look up on like where is she now?
Okay, great.
Yeah.
All right. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here to mourn the loss of our dear compatriot in the Rock of Love saga, Aaron. Aaron, your tour ends here, but maybe it begins again if you decide to join the circus with your circus hooters. maybe there's a future there. We look forward to seeing you in the heavenly realm known as Charm School, but you actually don't come back for that, do you?
I don't think she does.
She goes to hell. She goes to the bad place.
She goes to the bad place.
Amen.
Amen.
I guess that's the eulogy.
Amen.
Okay, you have a where are they now for Aaron?
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't have like really great specific details because she does not have a big internet presence anymore. Like, in fact, like someone on Reddit said that the last social media profile she had was like a really old MySpace page. But like we can tell from what she's put, like some of the things she's put online is that she is now married. She has a kid.
Okay.
She's a real estate agent in Illinois. Yeah. So there's a few real estate agents that came out of the show.
Rodeo.
And her
Amber from
implants
season 2.
have been removed.
Really?
Yes.
She was tired of hearing about them.
Yeah. I don't know when that happened, but yeah, there's a picture of her online and it's like very clearly like completely removed.
All right.
Yeah.
Never mind.
Not even like reduced, like
just
removed.
gone.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Yeah.
Awesome. Body positivity. That's what we're all about.
Well, speaking of, like, I wonder if this show effed her up a little bit.
I guarantee it did.
Right? It's kind of horrific the way that people talked about her body parts.
Oh my God. Yeah. It's it's really sad. Like how objectifying. Bret didn't even really need to say anything. The other women did a lot of the work for
The other
him.
women were vicious. Just like, and as women, I hate that we can do this to each other. We tend to pick apart the other woman's body if we don't have anything else to go after.
Where's the love?
I don't know.
Yeah. Will.i.am is asking, I'm asking, where's the love?
Yeah.
I do want to do a little bit of a house cleaning, which we've never really done. Mm-hmm. But did you all know, Ashley, did you know we have social media profiles for Rock of Love?
Yes, we do.
Yeah, so if you wouldn't mind following MOL.podcast, Instagram, TikTok, Blue Sky, but not fucking Twitter, not X.
Oh, hell no.
Not shitter. We like our social media presences to be free of Nazis in the comments. So please follow us on TikTok, Instagram, and Blue Sky, and not Twitter. Also, feel free to leave us a comment on our episodes wherever you listen. I'd like to give a shout out to Stina for her comment on episode 1, which said simply "Doppelbanger!" exclamation mark.
She liked that one because it's good.
Doppelbanger was a reference to Bret Michaels only wanting to fuck women who look like him.
Yeah, if you leave comments, you could even ask us questions. We'll try to like answer them, give you a shout out.
Yeah, we love hearing from listeners. So feel free to reach out to us, give us a follow there. And I think we did it, Ashley.
Yeah. I think we did.
From Andy and Ashley. Will you continue
to stay in this house and rock my world?
Hey, thanks so much, everybody. Have a great day, week. Rock of Love is produced by Andy and Ashley. All views and comments do not necessarily reflect the views of Andy and Ashley, so ease up on us. If you enjoyed this romp through reality shows past, please follow, like, subscribe, and leave us a comment wherever you listen to podcasts.